What if we could embrace death not as an end, but as part of the intricate dance of life? A profound question that invites us to delve into the depths of an often avoided topic: death. It's an inevitable part of our existence. Yet it's a concept that many of us, in our fear and discomfort, choose to sidestep. But consider for a moment, what if we shifted our perspective? Instead of viewing death as a shrouded specter looming ominously at the end of life's path, what if we saw it as an integral part of the journey, a natural process, as inherent to life as birth itself? This alternative approach isn't a novel idea. It's been explored and advocated by thinkers and philosophers throughout history. Among them is a name that resonates with a deep understanding of life's complexities: Alan Watts. One such philosopher, Alan Watts, challenges us to view death in a different light. Watts suggests that death is not a calamity, but a natural part of life. This perspective in itself carries a profound sense of acceptance. Watts, in his wisdom, challenges us to confront our mortality, not with trepidation, but with an open heart. He illustrates this acceptance as a potent antidote to fear. The fear of death that often overshadows our lives is diminished when we acknowledge it as a natural conclusion rather than an abrupt end. The acceptance of death in this sense becomes a liberating force, freeing us from the shackles of anxiety. Furthermore, Watts's perspective encourages us to live in the present. He describes life as a play, with death being the final act. It's a compelling metaphor that shifts our focus from the future's uncertainty to the present's certainty, thereby fostering mindfulness and appreciation of the here and now. In Watts's view, accepting death allows us to live more fully. But what happens when we take this perspective to its extreme? Alan Watts's views on death, while soothing, may indeed lead to complacency. Acceptance of death as a natural cycle of life might cause us to become too comfortable, possibly stunting our ambition and drive. After all, if death is just another part of life, why strive for more? Why push ourselves to achieve greatness? Moreover, this perspective could potentially trivialize the very real and very human emotions associated with death. Grief, fear, and anxiety are not just reactions to be dismissed or glossed over. They are deeply ingrained responses that help us process the world around us. There's also the risk that Watts's view is too idealistic, a philosophy detached from the gritty realities of life and death. It's easy to talk about accepting death when it's an abstract concept, but quite another when it's a tangible reality. While Watts's perspective is liberating, it may also be dangerously dismissive of our human emotions. So, where does this leave us in our understanding and acceptance of death? We've journeyed through the inevitability of the end, grappled with the positives and negatives of Alan Watts's perspective on death, and now we stand on the precipice of acceptance and balance. Let's quickly recap. We started with the stark reality that death is an inevitable end, a shared destiny we cannot escape. We then explored the positives of Watts's view, how embracing death can free us from the shackles of fear and allow us to live more fully. But we also delved into the negatives, the potential pitfalls of becoming so comfortable with the idea of death that it might lead to a disregard for the value of life. Now, we're at the crossroads of acceptance and balance. In our quest for understanding, we must recognize that death is a part of life, but not its entirety. It's about acknowledging the reality of our mortality while simultaneously cherishing the beauty of our existence. It's about finding that delicate equilibrium between accepting the certainty of our end and nurturing the spark of life that burns within us. This balance, this harmony, can lead to a healthier relationship with our own mortality. It allows us to appreciate the fleeting moments of joy and the enduring bonds of love. It encourages us to make the most of our time, to paint our own unique masterpiece on the canvas of life. It empowers us to not merely exist, but to truly live. So as we tread the tightrope of life, let's not lose sight of the balance. Let's not tip over into the abyss of fear or fall into the trap of complacency. Instead, let's strive to find that sweet spot where acceptance of death and reverence for life intersect. In the dance of life, perhaps it is not about surrendering to death, but about finding harmony with its presence.